Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that two-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Rafael Montero goes down for the first out of the game. So Elvis Andrus the next to bat, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. Andrus is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself, he knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
Well, at the rate he's going to strike out 27 on 81 pitches, not throw a single ball and toss a perfect game. Obviously, I'm kidding, but you can't start a game any better than this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, 6 pitches. This has the makings of a great outing already.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Rangers set down in order. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Rafael Montero, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, I think the key for him is going to be locating strikes and forcing soft contact. He doesn't have dominant stuff compared to some other guys, but if he executes, he can still be very effective. We'll see how he does.
This is pulled into right. Gallo is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Batting second, the right fielder.
With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. What's the key for a home victory tonight, D-Row?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to come through today. You got guys that are playing way above their pay grade on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
Digging in now, Michael Conforto. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting third, the center fielder, Brandon.
Coming to the plate now, Brandon Nimmo. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. The pitch. Line drive, base hit to right. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
At the plate, Dominic Smith. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Back goes Chu, and this will bang up against the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Standing in, Robinson Cano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
At the plate now, Steven Matz.
As he rips it on the ground to second.
Sliding stop by Odor. Great stab, but they extend their lead as the runner comes around to score.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Ready now, Wilson Ramos. And the Mets with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. From the stretch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Cano over at second. Matz at first, 2 out in the inning. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. Drilled on the ground to short. Andrus has it. Little pitch and catch chance for Odor at second base, and that'll do it. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and a couple of men left. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Mets 2 and the Rangers nothing. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, the weather forecasts I'm hearing down here point to a fairly significant threat of rain later in the ballgame. Of course, the grounds crew and umpires will work to get this one in without delay, but they also told me that they won't hesitate to halt the game to let the weather pass through if it's impacting the play on the field or, of course, putting the safety of the players at risk. For now, we'll have to wait and see how things develop.
Yeah, Heidi, thank you. And guys, certainly having a fresh bullpen ready for a game like this one will be an important step towards a victory.
You hope not, but you knew it potentially could happen. You kind of read the grounds crew. If they were running and scattering in the dugouts and running towards the tarp, you kind of prepared yourself that this one was going to get shut down at some point. But you got to stay focused. That pitcher doesn't care. He's trying to take food off your table.
The windup and the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. So weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. This is drilled, but right into the shift. Cano has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting 6, the second baseman, Rougned Odor.
So here's the left-handed bat of Rougned Odor. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded back up the middle. Rosario brings it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom of the inning now, and up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Hot shot down the line, and a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. Runner at first to start the inning. And, Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry. And if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Santana has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jacob DeGrom.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the converted shortstop from his days at Stetson University, Jacob DeGrom. First pitch coming, here it is. Slapped hard the opposite way. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Hey, I'm not surprised right here this pitcher mixed in a knock. Playing in the National League, he gets way more opportunity to work on his craft from the offensive side of the ball. NL pitchers definitely have an advantage in these interleague games.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Conforto. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! So a 3-run shot to right center field, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
The center fielder.
So here's Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
A base hit in his first trip. And he gets a hold of this one again to deep right field. See you later. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Taylor Hearn is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway.
Now batting.
In now, Dominic Smith.
Dominic Smith.
Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Lifted the other way to left center. Settling under it now is Chu, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
The batter number 24, second baseman.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Adore is there. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. We'll go now to the top of the third. Mets out in front, 6-0. Now at the plate, Ronald Guzman. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Conforto is there, and he has it for the out.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Shin-Soo Choo.
So 1 away now. That'll bring in Shin-Soo Choo. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving, so that one must have had some real good late life.
Standing in now, Danny Santana. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out, 0-1. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2. Rangers still searching for hit number 1 in the ballgame. Left side. And the Rangers are in the hit column. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Can't fault the pitcher for going back-to-back changeups right there. First pitch, he swung through. Timing looked a little off, but he went back. The batter made the adjustment and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Taylor Hearn, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Texas. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading up for the Mets.
Striding in, Steven Matz, 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little. You can kiss it goodbye. A solo shot here to left as this lead swells to 7-0.
Hey, in today's game of extreme velocity, if you have mediocre stuff, you cannot miss over the heart of the plate. You have to nibble at the corners. He wasn't able to do that, and he paid the ultimate price.
Now batting. The catcher.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos.
And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field.
Santana is right there, one down.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Andrus will play this one at short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The batter.
Digging in to try it again, Pete Alonso. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try
and the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. But the Mets are able to tack on 1 thanks to the solo homer. We played 3 full. It's the Mets 7 and the Rangers nothing. Here's Elvis Andrus now.
Leading off for Texas.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs. Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row, but this guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting. The third baseman, Todd Frazier.
1 gone in the Texas 4th. And standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. First delivery to him on the way. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Same pitch right there. You could tell he measured it, but he still missed it. Let's see if he goes back to that one more time.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Right fielder looking up, still ranging back. And it's gone. It's a solo home run for Todd Frazier. And they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
To the plate now, Robinson Chirinos.
the catcher.
As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Set to deliver the 0-1. Foul tip held onto behind the plate at strike two. Bases are empty, one man out. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. But that finds its way through for a base hit.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing, but hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
0-1.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Rangers pick up a run here on the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Mets 7 and the Rangers 1. Now at the plate, Jacob deGrom. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. A bouncer up the middle. And that is through into center, a base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, we came into this one wondering how he was going to throw on the mound. That all goes out the window. He just mixed in his 2nd knock of the game. He's going to be smiling for a while on this.
Into the box, Michael Conforto, as he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. And this will kick off the wall now out near the 390 sign. And they've really got something going here. Runners at 2nd and 3rd to start the inning.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he lines it hard to the right side but out of play. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The 0-1 delivery. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Dominic Smith, pulled toward right center field. Santana is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And boy, not quite sure why, but they decide not to risk it with 2 outs on a very deep fly ball. Really surprising. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Cano waits on the first pitch. Softly hit toward the hole. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets. They're on top 7-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Ronald Guzman.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Cano ranging into the outfield. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
The batter, the left fielder, Shin-Soo Choo.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. From the belt, the pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. A dive, but it's off his glove. And this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move into second.
Up next for the Rangers, the center fielder, Danny Santana.
Up next for the Rangers, Danny Santana. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Santana, a native of the Dominican Republic. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues.
2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. Another 0-2 home. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive
Number
off this guy, but
63.
he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts
Your
and no
attention,
walks
please.
either.
Willie
Pinch hitting for the
Calhoun
Rangers.
will get the call here as he'll
Number
hit for the
5.
pitcher.
Willie Calhoun.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. On the run is Nimmo. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Rangers leave 1. They're down 7-1.
Your
Luke
attention,
Farrell
please.
gets the call to pitch here, and he'll
Now
try to
pitching
sort
for
this mess
Texas.
out. He's going to try to
Number
at least
60,
eat a couple of innings
Luke
for his guys.
Farrell.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. See you later. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Ramos.
And he fouls this one off. Farrell stands 6'6" and throws from the right side. He was taken in the 6th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Now another one hit deep to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Chu to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman.
So here's Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And foul, though it had the home run distance.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
A bouncer to the left side. There is Andrus. Odor. On to Guzman. They get them both, and that retires the side. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. Through 5 innings, it is now 8-1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
Elvis Andrus.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is.
Ball. Holy smokes. That's the first ball they've taken the entire game so far. They're swinging at everything.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, Todd.
Digging in
Frazier.
once again, Todd Frazier. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
And a swing as the bat goes flying toward the third base dugout, but it looks like everybody was able to duck for cover. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Now batting.
Next to bat will be the Texas
catcher,
cleanup hitter, Robinson
Chirinos.
Chirinos. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. First pitch coming, here it is. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Rangers set down in order. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Ready for another shot now, Jacob deGrom. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth.
deGrom.
Here comes the first pitch. Back up the middle. And that is through into center, a base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
In now, Michael Conforto. A swing by Conforto, and this is driven to deep right. If you don't eat the meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Michael Conforto connects for a 2-run home run. His second home run of the game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Yeah, Matty B. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you've picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Nick Goody gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Now batting, center
At the
fielder,
plate, Brandon Nimmo. It might be.
Nimmo.
It could be. It's gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as the blowout continues.
Man, that's not very nice. You come in from the bullpen and you get greeted with a bomb. He's going to have to hit the reset button pronto.
the batter, the third baseman, Dominic.
Standing in now, Dominic Smith, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Oh, could it be 3 in a row? Center fielder going back. Still going back. You can kiss it goodbye. Solo shot to right center as this lead got even wider. Next up for New York, Robinson Cano. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Robinson Cano.
Cano waits on the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out.
Number 32, Steven Matz.
Stepping into the box, Steven Matz. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure as he strides to the plate right here, he's certainly got to have a little bit more confidence. But that's not his game. He's got to get back to what makes him successful, put bat to baseball, and try and drive something right back up the middle.
Chu has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Into the box now, Wilson Ramos. Last time through was a base hit. Now here it comes. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! So a solo shot here to left center field as they just continue to pour it on here. Almost can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys. How about this offensive performance?
Yeah, Matt, it's always tough to score runs here with this big ballpark in Citi Field. Heck, D-Roll, they've moved the fences in a couple of different times here to make it easier for the Mets hitters.
You know, this has been such an impressive hitting performance today by this offense, considering the fact that we're in Citi Field, although aesthetically pleasing, not for an offensive ball player.
High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they finally step aside here after clubbing the opposing pitching for 4 home runs en route to 5 total scores. 7th inning coming up. The Mets lead it 13-1. Striding into the box, Joey Gallo. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. The pitch.
Gallo.
Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 0-2, here it comes. Hit hard to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, second baseman, Rougned Odor.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rougned Odor. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now batting, Ronald Guzman. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Hey! Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. And as you can see, they are way behind. Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Chu has a read on it. 1 out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jacob deGrom.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jacob deGrom, 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the right fielder.
At the plate, Michael Conforto. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this...
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Down in order go the men. Now in the box, Shin-Soo Choo. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. And another foul ball. The next 0-2. Another one sent foul. Scooped up.
That ball's foul.
There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. Into the upper deck, but foul. The 0-2 once more. Popped him up. Rosario backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Danny Santana.
Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay, and we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back out.
And welcome back inside the ballpark as the weather has finally cleared up. Jacob deGrom makes his way back out onto the mound, and we're ready to continue. Set to face him first, Danny Santana. Now here's the pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center.
Nimmo in pursuit.
He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting, the pitcher, Luis Garcia.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 9, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Now a slider down the middle, but laid off. 2 out, nobody on. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning. Rangers set down in order, and they remain well behind. Brett Martin comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Brett Martin.
Standing in, Brandon Nimmo. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat, his second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Ball grounded toward Odor at second. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Up next for the Mets, the third baseman, Dominic Smith.
Ready once again, Dominic Smith. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Matty, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Gallo is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
The batter number 24, second baseman.
So two are gone in the Mets half of the eighth, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. Here comes the first pitch. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball here, 0-1. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. So coming to the plate, Elvis Andrus starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Andrus in an 0-2 hole here. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. High and deep down the left field line. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off. Maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Settling in now, Todd Frazier. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top-notch. This guy's a horse.
Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with one away.
This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap.
Strike one to start the at-bat. A 1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
The way he's been able to command his fastball those first 2 pitches, don't be shocked if he goes back in there again or goes up under his chin or nasty slider down and away. He has opened up his full arsenal.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Now at the plate, Joey Gallo. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set and the pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
13-1 is the final lopsided score. New York combined to hit 8 home runs in Rats of the Win. Jacob deGrom earns the victory on the mound. Rafael Montero permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 43 minutes.